Everybody looks like they're doing pretty well. President Norton, trustees, faculty, administration, all these many great families rimming the stadium here, and especially to you, the University of Northern Colorado Fall 2013 graduating class, I thank you. For me, being here is a gift, and today we honor your success. A good bit of my success began when our university opened a door to me, right over there at Candelaria on the first floor, to a speech communication major and graduate teaching assistant. Dr. Crawford was then our department head. He was a defender of defendants, a seldom giver of A's, as I remember all too well. And I have had many occasions to miss him very much. Our university is different. My classes pushed us into the streets, into courtrooms, offices, even into fields. And our professors asked us, what's it all mean? You know, out there, not just in here. More recent evidence, the devastation of the storm, the response in deeds, not words, real action for people who are hurting. And the Provost Innovation Project. This is a prescient, creative initiative. It's about the future of this university, about learning in a changed world. We must invent the future, or it will be done for and to us. This all might be hard to see while you're in its midst, but I hope someday you'll be able to appreciate it. Today, I'd like to tell you a story. It's a true story, and it's about how a broom closet became a classroom. Shortly after receiving my master's degree, I accepted a job in Los Angeles. A career in advertising would begin, a business I knew virtually nothing about. Several years later, I was a senior vice president in the San Francisco office of what is arguably the most creative advertising agency in the world, certainly at the time, Chiat Day. Creators of famous advertising for Apple, the Macintosh launch, the commercial 1984, the Energizer Bunny, Nike, many others. The story setting is an important new business meeting. We were at the final presentation stage with the former president of Pepsi and his new company. This was a big deal. So big, in fact, that my boss's boss, the man whose name was on the door, Jay Chiat, was there. Jay was an innovator. He was the leader of an industry, a visionary of modern advertising, the Advertising Hall of Fame. That guy. The room was gray, I'll never forget. Gray carpeting, gray walls. There were gray-suited people sitting around a table the length of a bowling alley. The creative director soon rose to present the television ideas. This is the actual work we hope the client would love and reason they would hire us. This would be the moment of truth. The work was good, but the creative director, senior and very respected, was presenting it rather poorly. Not a minute later, I felt a tap on my shoulder. The industry icon, the creative leader of generations, the man whose name was synonymous with modern advertising. That guy was tapping me on my shoulder. And then he did something I'll never forget. He went like this. Hope you saw that, because I get goosebumps thinking about it right now. This was in the middle of our meeting. The bigwigs sat around the bowling alley. Our guy was still presenting. This never happens, and I promise you that this never happens. A head or two turned, no matter. Jay led us to a short hallway off the back of the room. There were 3 doors there. The door on the right, locked. The door straight ahead, fields of cubed offices as far as the eye could see. The door on the left, unlocked, a broom closet. In we go. The fluorescent light overhead was drenching us in bizarre shadow. There were lifetime supplies of toilet paper, hand towels, paper towels, as far as the eye could see. Ammonia, a stew of ammonia, pine, bleach, searing away your nostrils. A dark-haired gang of mops and brooms mocked me from the dark corner, all in a room about yay big. Jay paused, he looked directly at me, and here is every word that he said. This meeting is real crap, and it's your responsibility. This from my advertising icon. And my brilliant response, of course, was, he's out there presenting our work, and it sounds like crap. The whole thing sucks, said my advertising hero. But Jay, he's the creative director. He wouldn't, He's your responsibility. But he never raised his voice. That work is our work. It's all we've got. We are all product people, all of us. The creatives, the guy in the mailroom, you. That this presentation is the way it is your responsibility. He's been around a while, so what? You're leading or you're not. The work is all there is. Everything else comes second. Clear? Clear? That's good. We quietly exited the broom closet. My head, of course, was spinning. My body had begun to deconstruct. My limbs were going in one direction, my head in another. My torso seemed to wander by, all in different directions. The meeting ended up, for all intents, pretty well, even as my body parts continued to wander by. We did not get the business. They didn't move forward with their concept. Thank you very much. The denouement. The sun rose again the next day. I was able to reconstruct myself for the most part and went into my boss and told him, I'll quit. No, he said, you're not quitting. Okay, then I'm fired. You are not fired and you cannot quit. Now this actually happened as well, which is exactly not how I thought things of this nature generally worked. Then he said, let's just get to work. You know what to do, right? And I did. And that's the story. So what can we take away from the young man, the industry icon in the broom closet? My guess is that each of you will end up metaphorically, symbolically, maybe quite literally like I did, in a broom closet. What will you do about it? You have education, you're motivated. Soon you'll be in a great position somewhere doing something you love, feeling really good about it. And then your boss, someone like her, at a most unexpected time, will tap you on your shoulder and do this. What are you going to do? Will you be pissed? You're going to freeze? You're going to freak out? You're going to fly? I thought I'd crossed the finish line. I thought I'd learned it all, and I was wrong. But fortunately for me, a giant told me so and educated me again and again and again, urging me on to greater things. My hope for you is that you will not be seduced by the security of accomplishment or the deception of the status quo. When you see that finish line right there in front of your future, a lot of finish lines in today, huh? When you see that finish line right there in your future, the one you'd hoped for and was just close enough to touch, stop. Stop for a minute. Look around, look in the mirror, and maybe, just maybe, take a left instead. Don't get me wrong. You should deeply enjoy accomplishment and friendship and all the love that you possibly can, and celebrate every one of life's joys like this very moment, one of the sweetest you'll ever taste. But when that finish line becomes the settle line, when that finish line is a been there, done that line, when that finish line is, that's good enough line, look that beautiful, seductive finish line in the eye and see it for what it is, a cop-out. So at this point, you might say to yourself, thanks a lot, Mr. Broom Closet Guy. You got any good news for us? To which I answer, I surely do. And all of us sitting around here are looking at it, and the good news is you. You are the hope. You guys are the hope that it can all get better, that it will all get better. The good news for all of us is you. I share the hope of your loved ones gathered around today, your today and tomorrow friends, and our university. Great happiness for and good deeds from you. As we learned again so poignantly yesterday, that family, your community, your neighbors, this world, your planet, we all need you very much. A funny thing happened to me on the way to this speech. I was asked to share some advice based on the experience I've had since leaving UNC. But it was you guys in your impressive robes, in your readiness, all full of the future. It was you who taught me. I am reminded again that I am a student, and I thank you.